Hello everybody, it is me, Jurassic Master, here to say that we're doing another breakdown video. Oh my god, we got another one today. Oh my gosh, we got another one. Holy cow. Like, there's a lot. There's a lot, but there isn't. So, let's get started with this breakdown. Oh my gosh.
When I first found you, you were nothing. You were small, pathetic. But now, you are more. Are you ready?
Gregory, we can get you out of here. You and me together. They won't stop hunting you. None of them will stop hunting you. We have to get you out by morning.
Do as I say. You will bring me what I want. And if you fail me, then you will. Both of you burn!
There is more going on here than you realize.
Oh my goodness. Oh, oh my goodness. You don't understand how excited. So, we hear someone talking and we hear a ticking noise. At first I was thinking it might be a spring lock, and now I think I've changed my answer to it being a clock. I will explain why it is a clock later. So, we hear this ticking noise and someone talking. And they're saying,
You were nothing. You were small, pathetic. But now, you are more.
now, I think that might be Springtrap. I think it might be Springtrap. I'm most likely thinking at this moment that has to be Springtrap. And the thing is, I don't know. I think that's probably Springtrap at the moment, because the mask is different from in the game. Of this mask, and then there's the one at the end of the thing. So I'm wondering if there are two Vannies. Maybe there are two Vannies. Maybe it's... I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. Let's just continue.
Are you ready?
You can't really tell. I don't think that is it. I think that's a different suit. So maybe she got her own. So we see Vanessa. I think this is Vanessa. So we actually get to see Vanessa, or aka Vanny, and she's looking down at something, or looking at us go down. I don't know what that could be. There's something. Hear the ticking noise still. So we see this purple, and I'm wondering if this is supposed to be like I don't know if it's just like an Easter egg, but it's purple, and I thought of Springtrap and Purple Guy, so I'm wondering if this is where Purple Guy is generally staying at. And we see Vanny hopping across. When fear takes hold. So this was interesting. This was the part that really got me like, oh, wait a minute. Roxanne, reality or fails. We see Montgomery Gator, which is my favorite one so far. Stage is set. And we see Glamrock Chica and we see this one, but we don't get an individual one of Glamrock Freddy. We do not get a Glamrock Freddy one. So I'm wondering if Glamrock Freddy is halfway is being controlled. Of like, he, air quotes, is but isn't in control. Like, he is, something else is at play here of, I'm wondering if a new soul is going to be in control of Glamrock Freddy, or if it's going to be someone else. I don't know. So we see Gregory here, and he is in the main office. Like where Vanny is. And I find that interesting of maybe this area and this area are supposed to be in the same area, and this is where Springtrap is at the moment. So I think this is probably where Springtrap is, and is sort of like in control of like cameras everywhere. He is the cameras. He knows where everything is. Looks like he's got a watch on there, right there. So that might be important later.
We can get you out of here. You and me together.
So it says that someone else, seems like somebody and somebody else, or Gregory and this other person, are going to be getting out of here. Now, this might be Vanny when she's not under control. When she's not under control. Or it could be a new character that's making it seem like, yeah, I'll help you out, but really it's just a bit like something else is at play of like that person is not who you think she is. It could be the lady. Well, let's see. Listen to this.
Gregory, we can get you out of here. You and me together.
Doesn't sound like either of them.
It's getting late. Put you to bed.
I mean, it sort of does sound like Vanny. I mean, maybe it could be Vanny, maybe. I don't know. At the moment, I don't think it is.
Me together.
Oh, we see Montgomery. I think it's called like Montgomery's golf course. Holy cow. I'm not a person who doesn't really care for golf. I love mini golf. Mini golf is fun because it's not like super boring, but oh my gosh, Montgomery, my guy, I love him. So we see that there are vines here. We will see them later in the trailer. So we see it looks like a pirate ship. I just noticed that. Holy cow, that looks like a pirate ship. Maybe this is like... Oh, I know where this is. I know exactly where this is. So we see this golden, Roxanne Wolf statue. And it sort of reminded me of the golden statues from the first trailer, where it showed the giant statue. Could this be Golden Freddy? Most likely not. But we see Vanny walking around. It looks like we're in a curtain area, so maybe this is like a pirate cove.
They won't stop hunting you.
So, they won't stop hunting you. I'm wondering if that is meaning the animatronics or Vanny herself will not stop hunting you, and Vanessa doesn't know that she is under control, or is Vanny, and just assumes it's somebody else. And we see this area.
None of them will stop hunting.
We get this, like, catacombs kind of, like, area that's, like, seems very weird and off. And maybe where they might be holding Springtrap, where it's, like, towards the end of the game, this is where you might end up of, like the final battle with Springtrap. But this reminded me of, like, a Twisted Ones kind of vibe. Like, it gave me, like, Twisted Ones kind of vibe. I know it probably doesn't have, like, anything to do with Twisted Ones, but, like, I sort of got that vibe off of it. I don't know why. Like, it seemed like something Twisted Ones, or in the book, it would seem like would happen, or, like, what environment it would look like. So, I wanted to mention that it's nighttime, and it's like a nighttime here looking thing. And we see this black cord only in this area and this kind of area. So this And the other one, this is the only two places that we see that kind of cord that's like seems out of place, of like it seems important but doesn't, like it seems just out of place that it seems important. And it is nighttime here. I think that's really cool that... Okay, so we see this. Sort of looks like Bonnie's guitar. And we also see a statue of one of the animatronics. But if we push play, we also are able to see Chica's sort of cupcake looking thing. And we also see golden figures surrounding everything. So I'm wondering if that all of this stuff here and the part here is supposed to be like like a little like a museum of like a museum of like memory lane of like, oh, do you remember Foxy the Pirates? And like that's why we see Roxanne Wolf there, of like it's supposed to represent each of the animatronics. Of like there would be a Bonnie one behind us and there's a vent right there. So I'm wondering if we are able to climb into vents. And we see like a Chica looking one next to the cupcake one. So I'm wondering if each one gets like a little or like a little thing of like, oh, back and like this was this one or this one was this. I don't know. Maybe that's that. And we see Glamrock Chica's little zone, yeah, I guess. For a second, it looked like she didn't have a beak right there. Right there, doesn't look like she has a beak at all.
Have to get you out by morning.
We have to get you out by morning. I think that probably means of like the animatronics are like disabled and turned off, which I find interesting. Of like, I don't know, like it seems interesting of like they turn off at daytime, but they only turn on at night. This oh my goodness, couple things I want to mention. We see this cord, the cords again, and we see for a second when I was going over this and looking at it over and over, I was like, oh my goodness, maybe that's supposed to be like a Lonely Freddy, and this is supposed to be our first like non 8-bit looking one where we actually see him in game. But I clicked it. Oh, maybe. I thought he was on the wall. So this might be our first Lonely Freddy that we see in game. Okay. I want to talk about the ball pit, but I want to talk about that at the end because that's going to take the longest. There's a lot with this ball pit that it seems like a normal ball pit, but there is a lot going on. There's a lot going on there. So we see a kitchen scene, sort of like when we saw from the first one.
Do as I say.
So remember the vines earlier? I'm wondering, these are the vines here again. I'll talk about the audio in a second of what's happening. We see the chords again, and it's like a nighttime kind of zone. Nighttime. So let's talk about the audio now.
You will do as I say. You will bring me what I want.
So we are introduced to this new voice. This might be Disappointing Boss, or this might be the boss. I'm at the moment thinking this might be Lucas, because I think Vanny is going to be like is sort of like Vanny becomes Springtrap at night, or Vanny becomes or Vanessa becomes Vanny at night, and Lucas might become like someone in the Springtrap cult during the day, maybe, possibly, or like they're both doing it at night and they just don't know it's each other. But the audio is interesting. I'm gonna replay it again. I'm sorry.
You will bring me what I want, and if you fail me, then you will, both of you, burn!
So that seems very off, and we see the freaking wire again. Something's up with the wire, but we see it says we will see you will both burn. I'm wondering if by the end of the game this Pizzaplex is going to be burnt down to the ground. So we might see it that this place all burned to the ground. And we also see Roxanne Wolf running at you. I don't think there was really any...
What I want, and if you...
Yeah, I don't think you can see... I want to say that looks like Montgomery Gator. There seems like to be something right here of like something in a glass case, and there's something right there, but I can't tell what it is. So, there's a door right there. So, I want to talk about this. Also, we went into the ball pit a second time. We see that, oh, this is in Montgomery's area, so there is a ball pit connecting to everywhere. It's cool. So we see this. We see cameras, map, inventory, and logs. And we see this stuff down here. So what does that mean? I'm wondering if this is supposed to represent the cameras, and it shows what the camera is. So the flashlight, I think, is literally just a flashlight like that, and depending how much you use it, it goes down more and more. We see this, so I'm wondering if that could sort of be like FNAF AR mechanics of like you shock the animatronics and they, in this instance, they won't be like, you won't take them out, but like it'll freeze them in this, maybe it'll freeze them in this game, and so that gives you some more time to like get away, or actually get away. It says 12, so I think this is sort of like gonna be our cameras. Map, I think that's just gonna show everything. Inventory, I don't know what that means. But we also see 2 tickets right here, so I'm wondering if you can collect stuff around the building and buy stuff, sort of like how in Ultimate Custom Night you could buy stuff to draw animatronics away, so I'm wondering if that's what it is. And yeah. So, we see the moon animatronic here just dancing around, and his eyes are red. I think when the eyes are red, I think they're under Springtrap's control. Like this, under his control, Montgomery barging in. So we see purple here, so I'm wondering if that purple is just above here, in this area. So we see this area, and it looks like sort of like the same area here. So I'm wondering if you get chased in the vents with Montgomery, maybe. Possibly. I don't know. That's what I'm just assuming at the moment, but I'm probably wrong. But we see the giant tunnels right here, the tubes right here, and we also see smaller ones right here too. But we see Roxanne Wolf pushing on the fence, which seemed a little weird. I was like, huh, okay. Don't really have an explanation for that. He's chasing after you. Holy cow, we saw the sun. We saw the sun. We saw the sun. We saw the sun animatronic, and more wires! Ah! But, so, we see the sun animatronic, and it is daytime. And it looks like this is the same area. So I'm wondering if, and we see a moon symbol on his foot. I'm wondering if maybe the sun animatronic is out during the day, and if you have an option of you can stay here the night, and that is this scene where we see it here of it's all dark, and I think that's where the moon one stays and where the sun one stays as well. But we see the stars there, so this might be just like the daytime version of it. So we see Roxanne looks like a race card area, probably going to be called like Roxanne's race cars, or Roxanne's rink, maybe, possibly. I don't know. But there's like cars looking there, vehicles, so we might be able to drive vehicles in this game. I think Caleb was saying that we can. So we see the moon face guy in there, so I'm assuming that this is where he sleeps, or where it, air quotes, sleeps in the day and comes out at night. And it's basically going to hunt you down, and we see these wires and things again. You say caution, staff only. And then we see this kind of design of Vanny, which is like confusing me because it's like, which one is it? There's the white Vanny, where it's like her costume is like all white, and then there's the plastic looking one at the beginning. So it's like confusion 100. What is maybe it's supposed to mean that there are going to be two people, or Vanny's going to be taken over, and Vanny or Springtrap is going to take over Vanny's body, and that's why we see this version of Vanny or Springtrap, or Vanny. So maybe, I don't know. So we got this, and I was like, oh cool, that's the end of the trailer.
There's more going on here than you realize.
There's more going on here than we realize. Probably is. And then we see this. I was like, what? That's him. I know that man. That's Springtrap. And I was like, wait a minute. Hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. What? We're actually going to see. So, when I saw this, I honestly, me of like the twisted animatronics. I don't know why they keep like, they do look a lot like the Nightmare animatronics, but this one sort of reminded me of like the twisted animatronics. I don't know why. It sort of reminded me of Twisted Bonnie. So we get that, and yeah. But I don't want to have to do this to you guys, but I have to talk about the ball pit in another episode. I don't know if I don't think I'm gonna have enough time for this episode. I will try to have it that the video comes out a week later, or as soon as I can. I know I have like 20 videos I have to make. I'm sorry, but I will talk about the ball pit and all of that, and what I think is going to happen next with the franchise. I will talk about that soon. I won't leave you guys hanging. I won't do that again. I'm doing that too many times. I need to just get the videos done. I'm sorry. I'm going to spend like a week or a weekend like just recording videos. So, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry for not telling you about what I think is about the ball pit. I will be talking about that soon. It's just this video is probably going to be like 20-ish minutes long, and I don't want it to be a 20-30 minutes long. I want it to be like, I spent a whole episode talking about the ball pit, and yeah. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, okra, beans, and cheddar cheese do not make waffle cake.